Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I'm going to be playing Turbo Balena. This is Turbo Steelfin Whale Combo brought to us by a deck donation from Manxus via Discord. You can always hit me up if you want to do a deck donation. I will be happy to oblige. This deck is looking to combine Steelfin Whale with Retraction Helix. This Retraction Helix lets you return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand by tapping the creature. You want to return something that's free, like a Tooth of Chiss Goria, which untaps the Steelfin Whale, meaning that you have infinite untaps, infinite power, and then you just get in with whatever creature you have on the table. This list is playing only 12 lands because the idea is you are playing so-called Moxen with Ornithopter and Phyrexian Walker, which are both powerful 0 drops to make your Utrom monitor, your Steelfin Whale, and your Refurbished Familiar cost less mana. Also the Tooth, of course. We have 3 lotus petals. We have springleaf drum to ramp once you have your Ornithopter or Walker in play. Got a cheeky Tormod's Crypt in the main deck with the lotus petals. These are things you can bounce with the whale as well. And then to make, for card draw, we have Thoughtcast and Meeting of Minds. And we have Metallic Rebuke for interaction. One funny thing that you can do is we have a singleton Artificer's Assistant, which if you have the combo online and you have something small to bounce, but you still have like one way to draw cards, you can stack your deck or you can scry your deck with the Artificer's Assistant by just like bouncing and replaying Lotus Petal over and over and then drawing into it with Meeting of the Minds, or bouncing and replaying Refurbished Familiar to strip your opponent's hand and then draw cards into your win condition of the Tooth or whatever. In the sideboard, we have Weather Storm and Hydroblast for burn, Duress for counterspells, and Crypt for graveyard combo. I'm excited to try it out. I will see you in the matches. This video is brought to you by Card Market, Europe's largest TCG marketplace. Bristol Pauper League is hosting an IPT on June 6th at Loco Club Bristol in Clock Tower Yard. £1,000 in prizes. We've got altars, we've got playmats, and Skur is showing up. Register with the link in the description. You should absolutely be there. Round 1, we are on the play. And I guess I could turn 1 the Refurbished Familiar. I don't know if that's great to do. We could also play the bridge and then turn to Assistant into Walker Petal. I'm going to keep it. I just don't know what my plan is. I think I play the bridge and pass, and then play the Artificer's Assistant, play a Scry, and then maybe play the Refurbished Familiar. So I am looking for lands and maybe the Whale. If I find the Whale, then I can Scry my deck with the Assistant. Our opponent mulligans to 5. So on a mulligan to 5, I'm more inclined to just slam the Refurbished Familiar. But let's play the bridge and pass the turn. They're on mono red of some kind. I have the Springleaf Drum now, which is much, much better. So I can play Springleaf Drum for 1 mana. Then play the Phyrexian Walker for 0 mana. Play the Artificer's Assistant for tapping for blue. Then I can Walker and Scry. I feel like my opponent is going to Lava Dart. I think I will bottom the Helix. I already have one in hand. Play Lotus Petal. I guess Utrom Monitor is probably strong in this position. I think I pass. I could refurb, but I'm a little bit nervous that they will just discard a Fiery Temper and ruin my day. Plays a second Mountain. Let's see if they mulliganed. Okay, they have a Kessig. So I will play out the Refurbished Familiar, because they could discard something like Lava Dart, but they don't get value of their other cards. We're bottoming. I do have Retraction Helix to try and like double refurb them, but I can't do that just yet. I could go on the Walker. Let's play Utrom Monitor. Don't think I want the land. Then I guess I get in for 1. I have the Retraction Helix. I think next turn I get in for 6 Helix and then bounce and replay the Refurbished Familiar 2 times. They have 3 mana. They slam a Gutter Snipe. I could also just bounce their Gutter Snipe, but I think attacking and then discarding them. Ooh, we have Metallic Rebuke. Is that helpful? Kind of. Let's get in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I can't replay the refurb them. I can't like double replay it because I just have... I still think it's... Yeah, I'm going to Helix the Walker, then bounce the Refurbished Familiar, and then play the Refurbished Familiar off of, I guess it doesn't really matter. I should probably play it off the Lotus Petal, Refurbished Familiar. We get to scry more lands. That's not great. And I can actually play the Metallic Rebuke now. They discard a lava dart. That's not good. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Another gutter snipe. What a mulligan. Okay. Bad news for me. Well, I have the metallic rebuke. Let's play bridge out. Get in for 6. I think like they mulligan to 4 and I feel like I'm going to lose. Let's find out. We'll find out together. They're at 7. They have to do something. Lava Dart currently deals me 6 damage. Faithless Looting by itself is a lava axe. 5 damage from 1 card. Blaze, Voldaren, Epicure. Guess I'm not countering that. I'd really be happy to block the gutter snipes and then counterspell something after, but they're going to Fiery Temper. Going after what? Me? Targeting the Utrom monitor. So they're worried about the clock. Going to Metallic Rebuke, pay, and then tap and pay improvise. They can't pay. We're going to take an additional 3 damage from their attackers, and I can attack for 6, putting them to 1. They could Lava Dart. I feel like I'm very close to dead. I think not drawing any card draw has been the problem here. Maybe keeping this hand was a mistake. Because if I draw a Thoughtcast, I'm just right back in the game. But I drew a ton. I mean, I scryed so much. Another Artifice's Assistant, scry. Thoughtcast on top. And then we're going to attack. I'll put you to 1. They have 6 damage right now. Plus Faithless Looting, which is 5. So that's already lethal. So I just lose. Good times. Good times. What a mulligan. Alright, Hydroblast. I do not like these card sizes. Magic Online, get it together. 4 Hydro. 4 Weather the Storm. Alright, the deck designer said we also want to bring in Tormod's Crypt. We're taking out Refurbished Familiar. We're taking out some number of petals. 2 petal, 2 drum, 2 tooth, 1 assistant. We'll submit. So now we have to have a hand that has a little bit more actual lands. Oops. Interesting. I mean, I've got Whale Helix. I've got Hydroblast. I think I can keep this, and we have Weather the Storm. We'll play the Tangle Pool Bridge turn 1. We can hold up. Usually your best target for the Hydroblast is a 2-drop out of their deck. Our opponent mulligans to 5 again. I guess since I'm not doing anything, they might like turn 1 a looting, and I would want to counterspell. So let's play the Seed the Sign on untapped. They just pass. Okay. We'll play a Tangle Pool Bridge. I have Retraction Helix Whale, so if I find a 0-drop, I can make Infinite Storm and cast Weather, but that's not super likely. We have 3 men in play next turn, so we can hard cast a Steelfin Whale. If I find a 0-drop, I can play Whale plus hold the Hydro. Opponent is going to plot the Highway Robbery. That's a good way to get around my Hydroblast. Let's play out a Whale. I don't think it's great to just try and Hydroblast the 0-mana Highway Robbery. They only have 4 cards. Maybe it would be. There's the Robbery. And they return a Sneaky Snack. So let's see what else they do. They're up to 5 cards in hand. That was a great recovery, obviously. I don't really want to bounce their Snacker because it would just give them more value. They're going to grab the prize, discarding a Fiery Temper. We go to 15. Still 5 cards in hand for the opponent. And now I can make Infinite Storm. That's pretty good. I will start by attacking for 3. I'll play Seeded Sign-On to untap my creature. I'll play Retraction Helix on the Whale. Let me think this through. 4 mana, 5, 6, 7. I don't have enough to play Whale, I think. Helix plus Tangle Pool, 2 mana, so I'll have 1 mana left over for Hydro. Alright, so we'll just Helix the Whale. I don't even know if bouncing their creature. I feel like bouncing their creature is wrong. Bounce the creature. Combo time. I don't know if it's like gonna cause them to scoop or not, but it is a combo. We have more cards in library than they do, so all I have to do is make 600 life and then they will lose. Regardless. All right, I explained what I was going to do and my opponent conceded. Cancel, reveal hand. I had the weather. I hope they saw. Thank you, opponent. Very kind. We will resubmit. This hand would be solid with a... No, it's not solid with anything. We would need 2 lands. Just not coming out fast enough. This is a 12-land deck, and we cut some of our mana, which I'm concerned about. Now we have lands. Metallic Rebuke is interesting. The Mist Vault Bridge isn't really required. So I will keep and get rid of, if I get rid of bridge, and I can hold the rebuke on turn 2. Okay. One starts with a mountain. Play the bridge. I'll pass the turn. Turn 2, I can also go Ornithopter Utrom, but it depends if they are going to cast a spell here or not. I'm a little nervous about a cast of the fire. They play Highway Robbery. So since they plotted the robbery, okay, let's see. Land, Thopter. We have 3 mana. I can play the Utrom, or I can Thoughtcast for 2 mana. I think I play the Utrom. This gets me closer to Meeting of Minds plus Thoughtcast. Next turn I can just cast Thoughtcast, and then I have Metallic still, depending on what I draw. I have 4 in play. 5, okay. Can't do anything here. They cast a Highway Robbery. I'm going to Fiery Temper, maybe kill the Utrom monitor. They also could have brought in Pyroblast, I suppose, which would be annoying. They smash my land. Now it's really bad for me, and now I can't do anything. So I should have kept the other land. This was just a big mistake. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. That is just lesson learned. They find a bridge, pass. Put and plotted a Highway Robbery on their turn. So it's interesting to know they have Smash, but it's not like we're going to get another game. They've got a Gutter Snipe, so I'm at 17. Now I'm at 15. If they... There's nothing they can do right now. Oh, they sacrificed a land. Interesting. What am I supposed to do? I think I have to Thoughtcast. Play Mistvault, play Ornithopter. Next turn, I can play out the Steelfin Whale and then have the counterspell. And then we're just hoping... They have Bolt, so I'm probably dead. I'm at 10. Hopefully they just kill me quickly so I can move on. Yeah. The mono red deck is a force to be reckoned with. Lava Dart. Please just cast some other spell. So Lava Dart puts me to 4. All right, GG. That's 12 total. We'll see you in round 2. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Round 2, Helix. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn 1 monitor. Is that any good? We have Helix. We have no draw. I think this is going to be good enough. I don't really want to waste a Lotus Petal on just playing on a Utrom monitor. Ardent Recruit for the opponent. So they're playing a white metalcraft deck, sort of like a white weenie deck. They're on their own Ornithopters. Okay, we have Refurbished Familiar. Play Bridge. I can turn 1 the Utrom. Let's see, I'll do that. 1, 2, 3, cancel. No response. Play 2, play Utrom Monitor. And okay, we pay with the Lotus Petal, and even though it needs 4 affinity, it had 4 affinity as I was paying costs, so it counts. One has Phyrexian Walker. They're going to have a 3-3 on the table probably this turn. There's a Thraben Inspector. So they've got a 3-3. I've got a 3-3. Not who's winning? Who is winning here? No blocks. The main problem is that they have Leonardo. Let's go Refurbished Familiar. Get you with that guy. They discard... Ooh, they're playing the new Interceptor, which is the new Novice Inspector kind of guy. Or lady. All right, let's get in for 3. I'm holding open Metallic Rebuke in this position. They have 4 power, so I'm sort of winning the race. I have 6 if I tap the Tooth. They're getting in. Interesting. Okay, so they attack with a Phyrexian Walker. I'm going to block it. I think they are planning on... It's like they're going to Leo. So we will counterspell that. The nice thing about the Leonardo is that it does not... it's not like an effect. It's actually a spell. And you can counter it. Bonk. No thanks. We will take 3. Our opponent brings a Remosian Rally. Okay, I thought you had to tap a white creature for that. That's unfortunate. Play Phyrexian Walker. I'll pump the Utrom Monitor and get in for 4. So I guess my best draw right off the top would be a whale or a card draw to find the whale. Want to getting in some more. Is this going to be... Wait, this is another Leonardo? Bro. Unfortunate. But they no longer have Metalcraft, so that's interesting. I replay the Ornithopter. Play Ornithopter. I will get in, pump my guy. I'm probably just losing this race, huh? I can block and then bounce the Leo. Let's see how they attack. Plays the Thraben Inspector. Getting in. Okay. Block. Block. I think this is just They were a little bit too strong. We are going to bounce the Leonardo. Save on some damage. Oink. Still at 9. Ornithopter. Getting in. Okay. I'll attack for 4. I guess if they attack with their Thopter next turn, and I don't block it, then I could draw a tooth and then win from there. I probably block the Thopter so they can't have an attacker in the, or a blocker in the air. Interesting. Okay, so let's block and block. They have to Leo the Phyrexian Walker. Take 4 going to 5. Puts the Phyrexian Walker back on the table. We find another Utrom monitor. Play the monitor. I guess I should just pass, and then at this point I can block their 3/3s and their Thraben Inspector. They will play another Ornithopter, another Thraben. We'll block the 3 toughness creatures. Maybe I should. Okay, they win. I should really mulligan to card draw. I think that's the case. Like, we're not actually getting anywhere otherwise. Let's try this again. I'll just resubmit. We have to have a Meeting of Minds or a Thoughtcast, even 2 of those in our hand. Just relying on top decks has not worked out. Okay, I'm on the play. Game 2. We should mulligan. Can't play the Refurbished Miller, can't play the Steelfin Whales. Here I have land, Thopter, Petal. That's 3 mana. Then I can rebuke their first play. Play a Thoughtcast? I guess I'm going to keep this. Oh no. Okay, so maybe I don't keep the Metallic Rebuke. Maybe I just don't keep the Helix. Barely doing anything at the moment. I guess replaying the Refurbished Familiar is great, but I want them to not be on the table. Land, Thopter, Petal, pass. Lanes for the opponent. They go Ornithopter. It's an Ornithopter stare down. Springleaf Drum. I'll counter the Springleaf Drum. Now I can untap, cast Refurbished Familiar, cast Thoughtcast. Okay, let's play the bridge, play Thoughtcast, and then play Refurb. And then next turn I have the Utrom monitor. We drew another Retraction Helix. Opponent discards an Ardent Recruit. Novice Inspector on the table. They're pinched on mana. That's good. That's what I was hoping for. We have a Meeting of Minds. I'll play the Utrom. I can pass the turn, and then I guess maybe... No, I want to be able to block their 2 creatures with my creatures. Okay, they've played Elite Interceptor, which enters prepared. They can pay 1 and a white to tap or untap target creature and draw a card, which is kind of like a clue, but this one is sorcery speed. Play my Meeting of Minds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we drew nothing, but we did draw cards. Okay, we've got the Whale, we've got the Helix. Unfortunately, we just untap the Whale. I will pass. Ardent Recruit for the opponent. The Steelfin Whale can block that fine. They don't have metalcraft yet because the Elite Interceptor does not actually make a clue. I wonder if anybody's trophied with Elite Interceptor yet. We have a Springleaf Drum. So I think I like the Springleaf Drum. They have 1, 2, 3. They only have 3 toughness or power. So I will attack with the Steelfin Whale. And then let's see. I can play the Springleaf Drum to untap the Whale. I wish I had more black mana. Let's just pass. They have an Ardent Recruit. A lot of creatures. Salt Road Pack Beast. They draw a card. Okay. I guess I could attack with all my creatures, or my 2 flyers, and then bounce them both back to hand and replay them. Alright. We'll get in for 5. Helix the Whale. Bounce the Refurbished Familiar. I'll play a Phyrexian Walker, which untaps my Steelfin Whale. And I'll bounce the Utrom monitor. Play the Utrom monitor. Then I will, make black. Play Refurbished Familiar. Maybe I should have tapped the Whale. I can also bounce their creatures. So what should I bounce? The 2 Ardent Recruits? No, I don't want to bounce stuff because I want to Refurbish Familiar them. So I'm going to bounce. I guess it doesn't matter. Play the Refurbished Familiar. So I could actually bounce the Refurb and then untap. I'm having a really hard time. I feel like I do want to bounce the Refurbished Familiar. Untap the Whale. They discarded Darval within Web. I think I'm just going to get rid of the Ardent Recruits. Thopter. Turn the Ardent Recruit. I don't know. That didn't seem like it worked out for me. Yeah, that didn't work out. I just like... it was too big brain. Okay. I'm fine. They've cast rejoin. Okay, so they use the Elite Interceptor to tap down my creature. Yeah, okay. And then I guess they can maybe ninja back the Interceptor or Leo back the Interceptor. I've put 2 cards in their hand they don't care about. I should have just focused on bouncing the Refurbished Familiar. And I like bounced and replayed my creatures to give them pseudo vigilance, but it didn't really accomplish anything. We're getting in with just the Salt Road Pack Beast, so I will block. I don't really want them to ninja that, or, you know, Leo that, so they can have another draw. Okay, we draw a Thoughtcast. Not the worst. Tormod's Crypt doesn't do anything. I'll just play out the Refurbished Familiar. Should have attacked first. I'm learning my lesson again. Jeez. Okay. Back with Steelfin Whale. And then untap the whale. Okay. Opponent has a Springleaf Drum. Pack Beast getting in again. I think I'll block with the Ornithopter again. They are kind of just killing my Ornithopters with the Pack Beast. Let's attack in the air. Our opponent draws in response. They're blocking. Does this mean that they have the rally? You just lose an Ornithopter. All right, pass. I think I'm holding these artifacts in hand because if I draw another one of my Retraction Helixes, I could potentially Helix all their blockers. Interestingly, they did lose an art. They don't have metalcraft anymore for their ardent recruit. I'm chumping Raven Inspector. They have 2 artifacts, but now they have 4 power, and now they have 3 artifacts, so that didn't matter either. Now I have a Metallic Rebuke. Let's get in for 5. Raven Charm. I will Metallic Rebuke. All right, your turn. They have a lot of power and toughness, right? So if they attack out, I probably just block the Pack Beast because that's the one that can actually deal the most damage. And if they flip it with a Leo, they'll get to draw a card immediately. Yeah, I'm just going to block. They need 2 flying blockers. I'm at 14. They didn't have anything, apparently. They have 2 cards in hand. Draws a card, looking for 2 blockers. They play a land. 2 cards in hand. Another card. They need double Thopter right now to stay alive. There's 1 Thopter. We win the game. Wow. I did nothing for a long time. Feels like the Tormod's Crypt is not helpful, but maybe just having it for artifact count is useful. I think this deck here just needs a little bit more card draw. So maybe if we got rid of some of the tooth kind of stuff, or like went up a land and didn't need the lotus petal. We have Meeting of Minds. We have the whole combo except for the whale. Going to keep and believe. Heart of the cards. Let's draw some 0 drops so I can cast Meeting of Minds. Ancient Den for the opponent. Ardent Recruit. Okay. Draw a Thoughtcast. So I'll play Tinglepool Bridge. Turn 2, Seed the Synod. And then we end step the tooth, play the Thoughtcast. 1, 2, 3. Do I need to do that? They play Springleaf Drum. I could actually just play my Tinglepool Bridge. Another Springleaf Drum. They have a 3/3. They have 3 cards in hand. If I play the bridge, then the next turn I can go Seat, Free Tooth, play Thoughtcast. They're tapping their creature to make a mana, plays an Interceptor. 4 power on the table for them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're just going to Petal, Tooth, cast Thoughtcast. We find the Steelfin Whale. So I can play the Springleaf Drum, and then I can cast the Steelfin Whale off of my blue and pass. I actually have a infinite power combo right now. Plays out Phyrexian Walker. Maybe my guy just dies. They tap my creature. Are they dead? They might be dead. This is crazy. So they Leonardo. If they don't have a 0 drop, wow, okay. So I just win. I like that. Punk 'em. Combo time. Helix. Return Tooth. And play Tooth. Opponent concedes. We win the match. We're 1-1 on to round 3. We're here in round 3 on the play versus Horns of the Rabbit. Oh, finally, we have a hand that does stuff. I like it. Keep. Land, Drum, Thopter. That's 3 artifacts. We can play another Drum and then start casting draw spells. Springleaf Drum. And then I will cast a Springleaf Drum. Pass the turn. I put a bunch of stuff on the table. Is it good enough? We'll find out. Citadel Gate. So they're on Caw Gate. Green, white, huh? So let's start with the Thoughtcast. This is probably Naya Gates. Another Thoughtcast. Play a Refurbished Familiar. See what you want to discard. They have plenty of good discard spells, I believe. Man, when you chain Thoughtcast, Affinity feels so good, but doesn't seem to happen often enough. They discarded Malevolent Rumble. Let's make a blue, cast a Thoughtcast. Another Thoughtcast on top. Okay, pass the turn. Plays a Forest. A Gate Creeper Vine to search up the Basilisk Gate or another duel. They choose Basilisk Gate. We will Thoughtcast again. I can't cast the Meaning Minds because I can't tap my creatures. But I can bounce the Refurb and replay it. I don't know if that's useful. Probably not. Let's get in for 2. I should have played the Tooth and then just pumped my creature. I forgot it had Flash. Okay, I'm learning. When it makes green, plays an Outlaw Medic. So next turn, okay, we have Phyrexian Walker. So now I can cast Meeting of Minds. Let's Meeting of Minds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play a Bridge. Another Thopter. And then can't do anything else right now. So I will pass. They have the Basilisk Gate to pump up the Outlaw Medic and get in, but if I find my whale, I have infinite anyway, so it doesn't matter how much life they have. I think I should probably, I don't know about helixing the refurb. I'm sure there's some way to have Helix go infinite. Maybe there's something that ETB makes a treasure and then exit makes a treasure. Probably not. Malevolent Rumble again. They find Thraben Charm, Guardian the Guild Pact, Outlaw Medic Plains. They choose Guardian the Guild Pact. I mean, I can block that with my Ornithopters. Chooses to gate. Okay. They'll get in for 4. They got a 22 and I'm at 16. There's the Steelfin Whale. So I'll play Steelfin Whale for blue. Cast Medium Minds. Blue, tap, tap, and tap. Find a Utrom Monitor, which will untap the Steelfin Whale. Nice. And then I'll play... I probably don't want to attack because I want to Helix the whale. No, maybe not. We'll just play this Tangle Pool Bridge, even though it untaps the whale, and then pass. And next turn, I'll attack for lethal. They play another Gate Creeper Vine, so they can have a 4th land. They want to get an untapped land this time. Probably just another Basilisk Gate. Then they can slam the Guardian Guild Pact and pass a turn to me, in which we will combo them. They got Basilisk Gate. Plays a Journey to Nowhere. Goes after the whale. I will Helix the refurb, make blue with the whale. Then I will return the whale. I'm not about that life. Don't journey me. We will replay the whale. And now I'll attack with my flyers. Opponent 17. Holding on to the Phyrexian Walker because I don't think it matters. And I don't need the blocker. Another Journey to Nowhere. That's a problem. Stop it! Stop! Helix. Raven Charm. Alright. So whale is going to die here. Whale is gone. Don't have an answer now. I could Helix the whale again, but I don't think that's going to win me the game. They should attack with their lifelinker. They do attack with their lifelinker. I had triple Helix, and they just have too many answers. Need another whale. We've played most of our card draw spells. I'll play this Artificer's Assistant. And now I can try to scry into another whale. But it's like 2 turns away. I'm going to bottom the bridge. Play a Lotus Petal. Bottom the Walker. Play the Tooth. I'll bottom the Rebuke. We'll get in for 6. The 6 damage is not really helping because they have basically infinite damage with their Basilisk Gate. I want to wait to refurb them again, but I'm never going to draw into another Retraction Helix. Alright, we're dead. They have a trample effect. I mean, I could just bounce it right now. Maybe that's fine. Not completely dead. So Retraction Helix sort of cost them a bunch of time. Goodbye. I guess we have 2 turns of attacking. They have no attacks. I could maybe win. Let's scry with this Phyrexian Walker. Bottom. Then I will Tooth the Artificer's Assistant and get in for 7. Opponent's at 5. So we're hoping that they don't have an answer right now. If they have a Strands, it could be a problem. They don't have a Strands revealed. I know they have, let's see, they choose Grazer. Grazer has 1, 2, Grazer has Reach. That's not good. We currently have 4 damage. Dang. Alright, I'm going to scoop it up. Can I win from here? This Outlaw Medic is going to be such a pain. Because they're gaining 10, 11 life. I don't see an out. I guess I have to keep playing. Let's go for attacking in. We'll kill their grazer. They have to block the Utrom monitor. Then we tooth. They'll take 4 going to 1 life. If I draw Thoughtcast plus Medium Minds plus Double Tooth or something. Just super mega pumping up their Outlaw Medic. Yeah. It's got 13 power. The only way I can win is if I somehow combo out. So we're going to try and draw the last Retraction Helix plus a whale. We draw a springleaf drum. I'll scry. Okay. We bottom. Doop. We're attacking in. Play the tooth. I mean, I still want to peg them every turn. Wish I could have not had... I don't know. We were so close. Okay, now they got the cloak, so there's nothing I can do. That was close. That was very close. I think I'm bringing in the duresses over the rebukes just to get their removal out of their hand. And I will cut one of these. I'll cut this maybe the lotus petals like the worst card. No, the crypt probably is the worst card. Okay. I think, yeah, it's just coming down to we need an additional 4 card draw spells. Or like a lot more threats. Okay, I would love to play first. Can't do anything here, mulligan. This seems good. What do we do? I'll put back the duress. Bridge. Pass. Opponent goes grazer turn 1. Basilisk Gate on the table. Play the springleaf drum. Play a lotus petal. Maybe I don't play the petal. Maybe I should have played the springleaf drum on turn 1. Oh my goodness. Gate Creeper Vine. Okay, what do we get? Citadel Gate. I'm a little worried about Dust to Dust. The rebuke could be good against the Dust to Dust, but I've been having a hard time holding up stuff. Now I have 4 mana, or 3 artifacts, 4 artifacts. We play out the Utrom monitor. We play Refurbished Familiar. And then we play a Thoughtcast. They discarded Basilisk Gate. I'll draw 2 cards. Looking for lands. We found too many lands. Standard Bearer. Well, that hoses me. So now I can't combo. Okay. Good times. Play a Thoughtcast. Play another Thoughtcast. We'll play out this. I guess we just have to play the whale. Bridge. And get in for 5. They can block the Refurbished Familiar. Grazer dies. They're still at 20. Raven Charm kills my whale. Gets in with their Standard Bearer. Play the Artificer's Assistant. Play a Walker. Just looking for card draw. I can put more threats on the table. I'll take a threat. Attack in for 5. Opponent's at 15. They play a Heap Gate. Outlaw Medic. That is bad news. I don't have a way to deal with it anymore. We play the Utrom. We have to bottom the Helix. Play Springleaf Drum. Bottom the Petal. I'll attack for 6. At this point, I think it's a lost battle, but they can attack for 4 per turn, and then I have 6, 7, 8, 9. They are blocking 2 of it, so it's going to be a slow swing. They gate on the Outlaw Medic. Get in for 4. We have another Steelfin Whale. So I have more attackers. I attack you. They block Refurb again, taking 7, but they have 4 coming back. They're really taking just 3-ish. Instead of gating, they play a Journey to Nowhere. Okay. Then they play a Sacred Cat. This duress is doing no help here, fortunately. Okay, I'm just scooping it up. Opponent has lots of interaction, lots of hate for my deck. We'll see everybody in round 4. Round 4. Fafondrick is the opponent. We can 1, 2, 3. We're pretty close to a Thoughtcast, so I think it's probably worth it. We'll keep. Forest. Oh no. They play an Elvish Mystic. Play a Tangle Pool Bridge and pass the turn. Pretty nervous. Priest of Titania. So now they have quite a bit of mana. So I can Thopter, Walker, Ornithopter. This is probably my only turn to be able to use the Metallic Rebuke. They have 2, 3, 4 mana. I think I'm just going to hold it. Now they have 5. They're playing some sort of walls. Okay, Battlement resolves. What is happening? 3 mana. So I'm countering your Axebane Guardian. I have to try... Let's go Thoughtcast. Brud. Okay. And now this turn, we go Springleaf Drum, into Whale. Lead the Stampede from the opponent. We get to find out what exactly is happening. It feels like Wall's Combo. Yes, it is Wall's Combo. Oh no. Double Caretaker. They can drift next turn. Play out the Phyrexian Walker. Get the Whale on the table. That's Meeting of Minds. I guess we play the Crypt, because if they have to use Reaping, like drift for Reaping, that stops that, which is good. But they have so much mana, I'm never going to be able to use a Metallic Rebuke. Duress isn't very good against this deck either. Leafcaller gives them infinite mana now because they... No, not yet. I guess they can drift for Freed and then make infinite mana off of the Priest, so that's GG. Good times. They got me. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. How can I sideboard? Duress can stop their card draw, so that's probably my best bet. But I have to try and mulligan to some sort of fast combo kill. Okay. No messing around. Just do the thing. What if we get rid of Refurbished Familiar and Artificer's Assistant? Like, and we bring in Rebukes too? So we can cut on... Or maybe the Utrom monarchs just don't do anything. Like a clock doesn't matter if I'm dead. Alright, we'll do that. At least Refurbished Familiar is a little bit of like annoyance. I'm on the play. Okay, I'm gonna mulligan. We have Helix, Whale. That was so close. We have everything, but somehow I have to get... Okay, so I get rid of Refurbished Familiar. I go ahead and play a Tanglepool Bridge, play an Ornithopter. Pass the turn. 1, 2. So I could play the Tooth for 1 mana, and then I have 3 artifacts on the table. The land would be good. I have 3. Now I have 4 artifacts, and I can pass next turn 5, 6. Steelfin Whale, the next turn after that, attack with the Ornithopter for lethal. So it's a turn 4, assuming 0 disruption, like a, I don't know, anything. Something like, think it through. The Masked Vandal would ruin my day. Steelfin Whale, your turn. Priest of Titania for the opponent. They have a single green, so I can Helix on the Whale, return... I guess I'm going to play the Sea of the Synod, get this trigger on the stack, bounce your Priest, untap the creature, bounce the Tooth, play Tooth. I think I messed it up, but Ornithopter has lethal now. Wait, they were both lethal. 2 lethal attackers. Okay, somehow we won. Turn 4 combo. Try again. What if we just... Wait. No, I should have just put all the crypts in, just like max dump artifacts on the table so I could get the things on the table faster. Now I see the plan. That would have been better than like trying to disrupt them. Just like dump my hand, try to put the Steelfin Whale on turn 1. Let's keep this. We have a Metallic Rebuke, which is interesting. I think I go land, Artificer's Assistant, Ornithopter. When it has a Caretaker. Land, play the bird, then we start digging. I guess the other Ornithopter is solid. Is it good enough? Then we can cast a Rebuke, so I'll put it on top. When it currently has 2 mana. Plays a Quirion Ranger, so this gives them 1, 2, just 2 mana here. We'll play out Ornithopter, Scry, bottom the bridge, cast the Tooth, bottom the Thopter, and then I'll attack with my birdie and pump it up. Opponent takes 2. Big whammies. Play the Mist Vault Bridge. I'm holding open Rebuke for whatever big mana creature they play. Or I guess if they cast like a Lead the Stampede. They make a green, then they should tap their forest, and then untap their creature, replay the forest. Okay, yes. 2 mana floating. 3 mana. Plays Battlement. I will counter, tap, and then improvise. They cannot pay the 3. This stops them from playing another big creature. No, the Masked Vandal. Gross. Well, they get rid of my black source, which I guess is not the worst. Play a Thoughtcast. I can cast Meeting of Minds. So Phyrexian Walker. I will put Meeting of Minds on top. Cast Meeting of Minds. Blue. Draw. And pass. Now I need lands. Opponent's going to make 3 mana. 4, 5 they have now. Axebane on the table. Into a battlement. Now they have basically infinite mana, so my only hope is to be able to duress their spell, but I don't have a duress. Let's play Meeting of Minds. I could, no, we're gonna draw. Dang. Guess I will play the Utrom monitor. I will top the springleaf drum, play the Mistvault bridge. That's the turn. If they can't kill me here, I can strip their hand, but they probably can kill me. They're making blue. They make infinite mana. If I had only had a black source, the Mass Vandal got me good. Show me the win con. I'm ready. Rift of Phantasms for win con. Grabs the Velican Invoker. GG. Round 5. We can't do anything here, so I should mulligan. Didn't have anything going on. Here I have the full combo, right? Helix, Whale, Tooth, Keep. What do I have to put back, though? Petal? We go 1, 2. The next turn, 3. If I put back the Utrom monitor, I'll have 3, 4 artifacts. I just need 1 more to put the whale on the table. I think that's the plan. I'm going to need another artifact anyway. Opponent has a deck that plays cards we don't want to see, like Snuff Out. All our stuff on the table. I maybe didn't need to play the Tooth. Fairy Seer for the opponent. Actually, I can almost just play the Whale. They cast a Preordain after playing Fairy Seer. They went top, bottom, top, top. Now I have 5 artifacts, and I can play the Whale, and I have the Metallic Rebuke. I'll respond. Their Snuff Out. Attempt to keep my creature alive. And they have Counterspell, so I will concede. How am I winning? They have a 1/1 and 3 cards. I have nothing. What? And they have a ninja now. Oh, man. We are getting our butt kicked. They have Bajuka Bog. I can't even cast the Medium Minds. I'm going to concede. Duress is an option. We could take out Artificer's Assistant, Tormont's Crypt, bring in the Duresses, cut a couple of these Toothed Gorias, or maybe just go to 3 and 3, and then we're going to try to somehow outvalue them. But Duress also not very good versus a deck playing Spellsitter Sprite. Problems. I mean, we had a really sick hand that could potentially turn 3 people. It's just everyone in this format is playing Interaction. I don't know what's wrong with them. Okay, on play. I will keep. We have Mistvault Bridge, double creature. I guess I just hold the creatures, play the Mistvault Bridge, pass, and then turn 2, dump my hand with Metallic Rebuke available. They play an Aquifer, land, Thopter, Walker. I will play Utrom Monitor. Fairies are not going to be able to get in. I got a big ol' 0/2 blocker in the air. And now I can play Refurbished Familiar plus have Counterspell. They use a Snuff Out because, of course, never not Snuff Out. What is next? I'm really excited. Another Contaminated Aquifer, Fairy Seer. Sure. Puts both cards on top. I'll play a Refurbished Familiar. Discard you. And then instead of doing anything else right now, I think I want to just cast the Medium Minds. I know that they could ninja. Maybe I shouldn't do it. They discard Alorian Revealed. Plays Island. Augur of Bolus. See what they find. They might have that Dispel in hand again. Ah! They revealed the Dispel. Brew. That is brutal. Okay, let's Duress you. Bonk. Dispel, Counterspell, Spellsitter Sprite. Good times. So I will get rid of your interesting. I get rid of Dispel, and I can just... They don't have a ninja right now, so I will draw some cards. Pass. They top decked a Preordain. That can help them dig for a ninja. I wonder if they will attack with both their creatures. They went bottom, bottom. They do attack with both their creatures. They did not find the ninja. Play out Thopterino. Play a Refurbished Familiar. They will counterspell. I will counter your counterspell. Boop, boop. And I'll attack for 2 in the air. They're going to have to discard. They discard a Spellsitter Sprite. Bonk. Plays another Augur of Bolus. That's a good one. Finds Cast Down. Can't currently cast the Cast Down. I'll just block the Augur. I feel like if they're going to ninja something, it's probably better for them if they get the Augur back in hand. Play a Springleaf Drum. Then attacking for 4. But it's a 10. Cast Down costs 2 mana if they want to cast it. They cycle Alorian Revealed. I have blockers for all their creatures. They play Contaminated Aquifer. Chooses to not attack. Should I attack into their Fairy Seer? I guess so. I'll play the Lotus Petal out so that I can use both Metallic Rebukes if I want to. Hiya, we're getting in. Yeah, we trade. This happens. Opponent's at 8. Now I have a 4-turn clock. They go cast down. I will respond and counterspell. They probably should have cast down my creature before damage if they were planning on using the cast down. That's what I would do. I feel like they probably are looking to play a Thorn. Our last... Somehow we win? Very nice. Was a bit ahead, I guess, with my 2/1 flyer and my blockers. So if we're playing more of a fair game, do I want the 1/1 flyer just to block their flyers? I don't think so. That seemed okay. I'd love to get a 2/3 here and kind of recover. All right, let's keep this hand. Game 3, we have Phyrexian Walker turn 1, and then what if they would counterspell that? Let's just play the Phyrexian Walker out. That way we have 2 mana, and then 3, or 2 artifacts, then 3, then Refurbished Familiar, which they have to use a counterspell on. We play an island. We'll play Tangleable Bridge. Are they going to counterspell? I think I will pass. This is tough. I guess I'm just going to try the refurb. They'd have to have straight up counterspell, then they're not doing anything this turn. They don't counterspell it. That's good. I can try to like Retraction Helix my refurb and replay the refurb. They discard a Preordain. Flashes in Spellsetter Sprite. Do I trade? Trading seems fine. We can block, kill their Spellsetter Sprite. Then next turn we go Duress. They flash in another Spellsetter Sprite. We play Aggro Bolus. Finding a counterspell. We can Duress the counterspell. They don't attack. I like that Duress gives you good information too. Tangle, Pool, Bridge. Let's hit you with a Duress. Counterspell Fumes. I'm going to take the counterspell. I'm going to play a Thoughtcast. Or should I just... The other option is play out the Utrom monitor, play out a Helix, or play the Lotus Petal. So then when they cast the Suffocating Fumes, I can just Helix my refurb. Okay, they have Thorn, Fumes, Swamp. Swamp is out of their hand. Do they cast a Thorn? No attacks. Alright. We will attempt a Thoughtcast. I have Metallic Rebuke now, and the Whale. But let's play out Whale. Get in with... Do I get in with the monitor? I think no. I want to block their Spellsetter. Okay, so I'm holding back. Play this Mistvault Bridge. I think I'm going to triple refurb them on the next turn. That's going to be sweet. Preordain. They went bottom, bottom. I think this just shows how strong Utrom Monitor and Refurb are against fairies, because I feel like I'm not doing anything, but I don't think they can win. Okay, my turn. Another Refurbished Familiar. We're going to go Helix on the Whale. Then I will bounce my Refurbished Familiar. They've got the Fumes. I'll play Metallic Rebuke. Blue, tap the Familiar, tap the Phyrexian Walker. Refurb back to hand. Play Refurb. So discard you untap. Return Phyrexian Walker. Just to untap it. Cast the Phyrexian Walker. And then I think it makes the most sense to bounce the Refurb as many times as possible, because I have this other Refurb in hand, and that's maximizing the number of Refurbished Familiars I can cast. So goodbye to your Thorn on Black Rose. I hope it was fun. I'm glad the Monarchy is out of their hand, so I don't have to deal with the Monarchy for the moment. We'll bounce the Refurbished Familiar again. We will play Refurbished Familiar. I have Meeting of Minds. Let's pass the turn. Put it with 1 card in hand. We'll try a Meeting of Minds. No response. Yikes. So here comes a Refurbished Familiar. Or opponent. I'm sorry. I just drew multiple Refurbished Familiars. Goodbye to whatever was in your hand. Now I will draw a card off a Refurbished Familiar. Play a Utrom Monitor. And now I will be correct. Attack with my flyers and my Whale. Ah, I clicked too fast and my Whale didn't attack. That doesn't really help. Let's put the Springleaf Drum on the table. Fairy Seer for the opponent. They can block a Refurbished Familiar with the Fairy Seer. What I had intended to do was attack with the Steelfin Whale, then play out the Springleaf Drum to untap it. We have another Whale. We're going to attack. Opponent just takes the 15. They were over it. All right. GG's. Want to give me the GG's in chat? Let's make sure we tell them GG's. Good luck in the rest. Precast wigs. So what did I think about this deck? Let's go look at the deck list. So I think that we have a lot of power But we also have a lot of fluff, and we need more card draw to make up for it. So I would probably not play the Tormod's Crypt in the main deck. I think there is some merit to playing the Lotus Petals, but then I want to play Reverse Engineer. So I got to figure out a way to do that. And if you're playing Reverse Engineer, you probably don't need the Artificer's Assistant. So that's like 1, 2. We need to make 2 more cuts. Maybe 1 each of the Helix and the Tooth. Or like go up a lane and get rid of the Lotus Petals, because I just want to draw a ton of cards into the combo. Utrom plus Refurb was pretty strong. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. Thanks again for the deck donation. That was from Menxis. So I will see everybody in the next video. Thanks again.